Hi folks, hope you're doing well. Just a quick video. I did one recently talking about being led and unled, and I've done a lot of videos talking about the church, but the reality is, like this, with Bambini, when I take him out off walk, just walk around here, around to a little quiet road around here where he can run around, there's a bit of grass, he's supposed to sit down at the end of the road. Most of the time I have to tell him 5 or 6 times to sit, because he's too excited. He doesn't understand the danger. He doesn't understand. I'm trying to teach him to sit when it comes to roads, because then even in the future, if I'm taking him for a longer walk, he can be off lead because he's learned. And because he's learned, he doesn't need to be on lead with a lead around his throat or around his chest. Put it this way, I don't want him having a harness on, not if he's going to be anywhere near other dogs. The reason is, if he's near a dog that could be aggressive, I don't want that dog using the harness, dragging him down and holding him down by the harness or anything like that, because that won't be good. Be more likely to end in a proper fight, and I don't want that to happen for him. I don't like using collars. So for him, I prefer that he learns to walk off lead. But as I say, he has the same problem we have. We don't know the dangers. That's why we need a church that is speaking about the dangers and speaking about how we're going wrong. That if we're taking offence to people left, right and centre, that if we're doing like the associate pastor said, if we're someone who wants to grow and wants to be doing stuff in church, but we're too weak and feeble to do it because somebody might criticise us, then we need a church that's going to help us to grow and be strong and be able to take criticism like water off a duck's back. That if it isn't true, it won't affect us. If it's true, we need to take notice of it. But if it isn't true, it won't affect us. I always criticise when I'm in church or any other thing. When I used to work in a business, when they were acting like idiots and doing things completely the wrong way that didn't make any sense whatsoever, I said, I'm sorry, what are you doing? It doesn't make sense. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's good because you then deal with the issues, and the thing that didn't make sense, you fix that, and you get a far better running business at the end of it. That's happened sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they basically tell it to shut up, because same as church. Who do you think you are? Rather than listen to what's said, who do you think you are, is what they often come out with, which is like, it's the most stupid thing ever. It really is. Because that's all about ego, it's all about pride. Get rid of that crap. It doesn't belong. It's useless. But we need to know, because when we walk, there are going to be dangers. We don't need a church that is only concerned about saying encouraging things. Well, so I've used Man United, for example, and the way that managers speak to players. Erik ten Hag the other day said about Anthony, this Brazilian player that came from Ajax, said, he's playing right now a lot better than he was before. Well, excuse me, he's got 4 goals and 1 assist. All you're saying is he was absolutely bloody awful before. You're trying to kiss his ass, but you're saying it in a way that's saying he was absolutely awful before, because he's still poor now. In the last game they played against Brighton, Anthony had no goals, no assists, nothing. Did nothing of any worth, apart from got a bit petulant and got in the face of a Brighton player a few times. That's what he did. And the manager says, well, that's good. That's what you want to see in him. No. He's a winger. What you want to see is him running past players. You want to see him create opportunities. You want him scoring goals. Stop saying things just because you have to say something encouraging. If you can't say the truth, shut up. Yeah, because is it helping the player? Is the player going to look at that and say, well, okay, what I need to do is blah, blah, blah. No. The player knows it doesn't matter what he does. He's going to have the support. He's still going to be paid these huge wages. Yeah, he doesn't really need to perform, does he? He doesn't. They don't have a captain on pitch who's going to, shout it at him and sort of ask him what the heck is he doing. The polite way of saying it. Yeah. But we need that. We do need that sometimes when we're acting like an idiot. So, again, the thumbs down person gave a thumbs down to that. Thumb down person gave a thumbs down to also to the video talking about unless you absolutely know that truth, as in, is God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, 3 individuals or 3 personalities, that you shouldn't move forward. Oh, for goodness sake. How on earth are you going to give a thumbs down to that and not say why? Because it's saying if you're misunderstood about who God is, you shouldn't really move forward in a church if you don't even know who God is and that person gives a thumbs down to that. What the heck are you doing? It's a church, you moron. Teaching people about God. If you're wrong about your first point about God, then I really do think you need to stop and get that right first. How is that an unreasonable thing to suggest? Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. It is idiotic. It's stupid. Whenever I see that thumbs down, I know it's the same person because I know that person is incredibly churchy and that person gets offended about anything written about church that is not incredibly encouraging. And it's like, oh, you idiot. You do know if you continue as you are, on the path you are, you go to hell. I think that matters. You seem not to. But I think that matters. So we differ in that. Do you want to give that a thumbs down? Okay, I imagine in hell they're going to cut your thumbs off. So you can't give any more thumbs downs. Yeah, or they'd be cutting your thumbs off every time and putting them down somewhere. That's for your thumbs down, mate. Yeah. Stupid. Bloody stupid. Grow up. As I say, there are things that just... Come on. It just makes sense. The whole of the New Testament is talking about teaching people how to walk and teaching people that this behaviour, that behaviour is not acceptable. Whereas we get into a time now, and now we can't do that anymore. This whole point of church saying, yeah, but you were critical and you were critical publicly. Excuse me. Yeshua spoke to all those people. He was critical of the church and the individuals there publicly. Paul, when he wrote to the church in Corinth, he was pretty public in his letters, wasn't he? Because his letters was for everybody. And he was critical. Yeah, how is people in the church fail to see any of that? I don't know. I don't know. No, they choose to ignore it as relevant in their points about there shouldn't be any criticism. Yeah, it's weird. But that's where we are, isn't it? But again, that's what I'm saying. We need churches that are going to teach us about the dangers, because this is one of the dangers. Not being aware of the dangers. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's what, first of all, you've got to teach doggies, the dangers. If you don't care about your dog, you will not teach your dog about the dangers, right? If you don't care about your congregation or you don't care about your church, you won't be bothered to care about the dangers or teach them about that, will you? So let's start caring a bit more. There you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.